Okay, you have a collection of nickels and quarters is worth $4.65. There are 3 more nickels and quarters. Determine how much of each coin in the collection. The very first thing that we need to do is label. And the way that it's easiest to remember is whatever order you see it in, that's how you label X and Y. So we let nickels be X and let quarters be Y. So in that first sentence, a collection of nickels and quarters is worth $4.65. Is that a total number equation or a value equation? Value. Look at what we just wrote on the back of that blue sheet. This is value. It's equal to $4.65. Money. That means I have to have money over there too. How much is a nickel worth? 5 cents. So 5 cents for X. What about a quarter? 25 cents for Y. So that's my equation for value. However many nickels you have times 5 cents, however many quarters times 25 cents, that's equal $4.65. Then we have our second part here. There are 3 more nickels, which are X, and quarters, which are Y. Well, if you had 2 quarters, how many nickels would you have? 3 plus 3. 5. So we're going to start with adding 3 to get our total. So when we see it written this way, there are something more than X equals Y plus 3. And that could be your answer. Which system of equations could be used to solve this application? Maybe that's your answer. Here, since it's set up this way, you probably don't want to solve for Y because of all the decimals and things. We could move that Y over and do various things, but it's already set up for substitution. So we're going to solve this the same way that we did on our warm-up. 0.5x, replace x. 0.05, take out x. We're going to put in y plus 3 plus 25 cents y equals 465. Then we're going to solve. Distributive property, non-like terms, figure out what the y is. So if we multiply these two, 0.05y plus 0.05 times 3. Put 15 cents here. Be sure you have your decimals. Plus 0.25y equals 465. You can combine your y terms. What's 25 cents plus 5 cents? We have 30 cents y plus 0.15 equals 465. I think you're going to find it easier once you start using money because you can keep your decimals and everything in place. Subtract 15 cents from each side. So we have 0.30y equals 450. Divide both sides by our 30 cents. What do we get for y? And what is 15 here? Is that nickels or is it quarters? Quarters. That's why you label it. Okay? So this is 15 quarters. How do we find out how many nickels that we have?
We put 15 and take the y.
Which means we do what? When we put this back in, we have 15 plus 3. So that's going to give us 18 nickels. You should always be able to go back and check your money. 0.05 times 18. plus 0.25 times 16 should give us 465.
Right.
Okay, so for example number 2, it says Mickey has 44 coins in his pocket consisting of dimes and nickels. First thing we need to do is label. That way when you get to the end of your problem, you're going to know which one is dimes and which one is nickels. Then we want to write an equation for that first sentence. It's 44 coins. Is there any money involved here? No. It's just number of coins. It could say 44 dogs and cats. Dogs X, cats is Y. Doesn't matter. So since it doesn't give me a value in that first sentence, we simply have X plus Y equals 44. That's just your item number equation. Second one says the total value is $3.10. So that's $3.10 money. We have to have money over here too. What's going to go with X? Which is 10 cents. So use your decimal. So 10 cents of X. How much is Y? 5 cents with Y. And there's my equation. What's understood to be in front of this X and this Y? A 1. So if I was going to solve this by elimination, could I simply add those together and cancel out? No. What does this one need to be? If it was going to add and cancel with X, what would that have to be? Yeah, it's going to be the opposite of that, right? Well, whatever this is, that tells you what's multiplied by every time. Multiply the whole thing by negative 0.10 or negative 10 cents. So let's multiply it through and rewrite it. Times 1, negative 0.1 times 1, negative 0.1x. Negative 1 times, or 1 times negative 0.10, negative 0.10y. And that times every single one. What's 44 times negative 0.1? Negative 4.4. Okay, so now add. Our x's cancel, which is what we want. You have 5 cents plus negative 10 cents, negative 0.05y. And 310 minus 440. Hit the button. What is y equal to? Okay. And what does 26 represent? Dimes or nickels?
Nickels.
Nickels. Because we have it labeled up here. Okay? If you have it labeled, then you're going to be able to go back and see what it is. That's the problem if you don't label it. When you're taking the EOC tests and stuff, and you get to the bottom of the problem, you've done all kinds of work. And it asks you how many of one particular type. It could be bad if you've done all the work and you picked the wrong one because you didn't label it. So write it on your paper. So these are nickels. How many dimes are there? How do we find it? There'll be 44 in all. 26 of them are nickels. How many of them are dimes?
18.
18. Take it away from 44. And again, we should be able to check by saying 18 times 0.1 plus 26 times 0.05 should give us 310. Okay, so the problems that go with this one are just about all of them except number 3. You put a star by number 3. This one you're going to have to figure out. You can write one equation. You're going to have to do some guessing, checking, and logic. Okay, a couple people last year had already figured it out. The rest of all of those problems, 2 and then the whole back, is going to go with this example. So work on the rest of these and follow that example with it.